Mangalam dishatu me akashaha. Mangalam dishatu me vayuhu. Mangalam dishatu me agnihi. Mangalam dishatu me apaha. Mangalam dishatu me prithvi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. These series of talks will be, "O mind, relax please." Telling our mind to relax. Yesterday we saw in the Navarasas, the last rasa was Shanta rasa. Shanta is calming. Mind has to be calm and serene. Therefore, to be calm and serene is a very important dimension. Somebody asked me, "Swamiji, I'm so confused. What is the right path? What is the right path? I'm so confused." Hinduism says one thing, Christianity says yet another thing, Jainism says yet another thing. Every religion seems to say differently. So I'm really confused. What is the right path? I said, they don't really say different things. They say the same thing in different language. But the so-called interpreters of that religion start languaging it very differently, and people think therefore they are meaning it very, very differently. So when this youngster asked me what is the right path, I only told him the right path is the easy path. What is easy and relaxed is indeed the right path. If you have forgotten to be easy and relaxed, then you have forgotten to be right. So therefore, to teach yourself to be right is to teach yourself to be easy and relaxed, easy and calm. It's a beautiful Buddhist story, but you have to really digest it. It seems there was a crocodile was caught in the net. The crocodile was caught in the net, and a young boy was passing. And as the young boy was passing, the crocodile cried to the young boy, "Oh boy, save me from this net. Please save me from this net." And the boy said, "Don't think I'm so stupid. If I save you from the net, you're going to definitely eat me." To which the crocodile, with his crocodile tears, promised and assured the boy, "I promise you I will not eat you. I may look cruel, but my heart is like a mother and you are like my child. I promise I'll be ever grateful to you, eternally grateful to you." The boy got enamored by the crocodile tears, and therefore the story goes, the Buddhist story goes, the boy comes and cuts the neck portion of the net. And the moment the neck portion of the net is cut, immediately the crocodile catches hold of the boy. And the boy said, "You promised me that you're not going to eat me." And to which the crocodile said, "Right, such is the way of the world, that we promise but we don't keep our promise." The boy could not understand that such is the way of the world, that people promise to be broken. More than the crocodile eating the boy was more interested in understanding how people can be so ungrateful that they don't honor their word. More the philosophical thirst was eating up. And therefore, it seems the boy asked the bird on the top of the tree, "Oh bird, is it true that such is the way of the world? There is unfairness, injustice. Is it true?" To which the bird said, "Absolutely true. Such is the way of the world. I lay my egg on the top of the nest. Now the snake comes from the earth and eats the egg there. So such is the way of the world. There is injustice, there is unfairness." Still it seems the boy could not accept this. And then there was a donkey passing that side. Asked the donkey, "Oh donkey, is it true? Such is the way of the world." And the donkey said, "Absolutely true. Just look at me. He said, the Dobby used me very well. Now when I become old, he has left me to the jackals to be eaten. So such is the way of the world. There is injustice. Still the boy could not accept it. And then it seems a rabbit was passing and asked the rabbit, "Oh rabbit, is it true? Such is the way of the world. There is unjustness, there is unfairness." And the boy said, "I can't accept this statement." Then the more crocodile's ego gets affected and then asked the boy, "How can you not accept the statement?" Rabbit said, "I'm not saying I don't accept the statement. First we have to have a dialogue, and having arrived at the dialogue, we'll come to the conclusion, such is the way of the world. Let us have a dialogue." The crocodile said, "Don't think I'm such an idiot. If I have a dialogue, now the boy will run away." And the boy will run away, he said. To which the boy said, "You're such a coward, right? Where can the boy really run away? The tail of you is so strong. One shot from the tail, the boy is going to collapse there. So where can you run? You seem to be more a coward." The crocodile ego got affected, leaves the boy, and having left the boy, he says, "Come on, let us have a dialogue. How do you say such is not the way of the world?" And then the rabbit tells the boy, "Oh boy, run, run. The only neck portion of the net is released, but the tail is still caught in the crocodile. Run, run." And he says, "Run, run." The boy runs. The crocodile gets so angry, looks at the rabbit and said, "You have cheated me." And the rabbit said, "Such is the way of the world." The rabbit says, "Such is the way of the world." Still, the rabbit tells the boy, "Go call the villagers and kill this crocodile, this dangerous crocodile." And again the crocodile tells, "It's so cruel on your part to do this." And the rabbit says, "Such is the way of the world." And then it seems the boy brings the villagers, right? As they bring the villagers now to kill the crocodile, the boy's dog also comes running. And before the boy could stop, the dog goes and eats the rabbit. And then the boy sits down and says, "What the crocodile said is absolutely true. Such is the way of the world." Friends, feel the story. What the Buddhist story is conveying, that unless you have the power to accept fairness and unfairness, your life is going to be very weak. Life is both fair and unfair. Look into your life. Look into people's life. Life is both fair and unfair. But if we want only life to be fair, then we can't accept why life is unfair. Life has fairness, life has unfairness. And the spiritual asset that we should have, you should have the power of acceptance. When you have the power of acceptance, then you will accept unfairness. When you accept unfairness, you will not be a victim to unfairness. You will be a master of unfairness. Once you are a master of unfairness, you will know how to use unfairness and not get used by unfairness. That is the ability which opens up in life. Somebody in Baroda did my workshop and told me this question: "Swamiji, I'm the captain of an army. Right now I was in Kashmir. I lost 40-50 people of my battalion." It's a true story I'm saying. 40-50 people of my battalion, and caught an underworld man, a Kashmir terrorist. Having caught, then there was political influences and they left that person. So much of pain I have. 40 of my comrades were lost. Then I was sent to Lanka. Lanka, we are on the verge of catching the most important terrorist in Lanka. And then we get influences from the highest source in India. Now don't attack that person. And I lost about 50-60 of my battalion there. And now afterwards, seeing that I'm so effective in producing result, they have sent me to some administrative position, job somewhere in North India. What pains me is the punishment that the government has given me in spite of doing my best. To which I explained this story to him. And I said, let not your taste buds only relish what the government is going to honor you. You have done your sacrifice, there is unfairness, Please see, there is a better, higher source which will reward you, and you have to learn to be open to that higher source which rewards you there. And therefore I told him, life is fair, life is unfair. People are born rich, some people are born poor, some people are born blind, some people make others blind. Right? Everything is there. Life is fair and unfair. The strength of living is how are you going to handle fairness and unfairness, and you can handle this when you have the power called acceptance. And therefore acceptance is the energy that you have to awaken. Agate swagatam kuryat gachantam na nivarayet. Please see, our Indian culture says you should know agate swagatam kuryat. You should know how to welcome things. Gachantam, what goes, na nivarayet. You don't have to stop it. You must be so full that something coming, something going is not going to disturb your fullness. And that is feasible and that is possible if you have the power to accept. And therefore, learn to accept this. Any story in these series that I'm going to say, any insight, apply the A, B, C, D technique. I want you to apply the A, B, C, D technique. A stands for what is your attitude? What is an attitude? Look into your life as I'm talking. Is A, the attitude, one of acceptance or one of non-acceptance? If you have an attitude of non-acceptance, even a gray hair on your face, you will be unhappy. A mosquito passing will be unhappy. A noise is going to make you unhappy because you are in conflict with what is. But you have the attitude A of acceptance. You will know how to be at peace with what is. And once you are at peace with what is, you are not going to be in conflict with what is. So therefore, look, do you have an attitude of A or one of acceptance? B is, now take the same story, same insight, ask, what is your belief? If your belief is life must be fair, then you are in conflict with life. If your belief is life has fairness and unfairness, but the wisdom of living is how I can use what life gives me, not how I will be a victim of what life gives me. But if you have a belief life must be fair, you are going to be in conflict with life. In fact, from a spiritual angle, you see fairness and unfairness are God's mechanism to coach you, to polish you. Like how a diamond gets nicely rubbed by rough. This one, if you go to diamond, how he rubs it and makes it more beautiful. Therefore, unfairness of life is to make you humble. That's why I tell myself, when God gives me problems, it is not to tumble me, it is to humble me. When bad things happen to good people, they become better and not bitter. And if I have this belief, then life is going to be extremely powerful. And therefore, A, see your attitude. B, see your belief. C is, what is your commitment now in life? Is your commitment to whine and complain? Have you seen people always whining, going? They'll only whine. Swamiji, my wife is bugging me. My husband is unfair. My husband does not come in time. We all go on whining and complaining. Or is your commitment right now is to really rejoice life and be a victor and not a victim? So see what is your commitment. D is, what is the daring energy you have got? Are you daring to go above your likes and dislikes in life? I say people are cowards if they are a prisoner to likes and dislikes. They are cowards who are a prisoner to likes and dislikes. If you have the daring energy, you will not be a prisoner to like and dislike. In fact, you will be a master of like and dislike. Like and dislike is not going to decide your inner climate. Like and dislike are only external stimulus coming, but my inner climate is inclusive of likes and dislikes, is not exclusive of what like should be, what like life should not be. And therefore, please see, look at your attitude A. B, look at your belief. Learn to change your belief. Don't be a prisoner of your belief. Don't fall in love with your belief and thereby be in conflict with life. See your commitment. Are you committed to grow, or are you committed to whine and complain? D, do you have the daring energy to really leave your infatuation of how life should run? Leave your personal agenda and be open to a cosmic agenda. We are unhappy, in life because we are too prisoners to our personal agenda. But if you are a devotee of life, then you will see unfairness is unfair according to my interpretation of my ego. But in the cosmic agenda, unfairness can be a part of a very deep fairness which my fairness cannot define. When a child is taken to school, the child does not want to go to school. Right? The child cries, but parents, they force the child to go to school. The child must be thinking, my parents are so cruel, so cruel, so cruel. But then when the child grows up, then he realizes the part of cruelty was a part of a deep love parents had towards me. And therefore, what we think is unfair may not be unfair in the big picture of life. And therefore, have the deep belief. God gives me problems to humble me, not to tumble me. And that is possible if you awaken the energy of acceptance. Bring that energy in your life of acceptance. Agate swagatam kuryat gachantam na nivaraye. And then you will find life becomes a mantra. Life itself becomes a mantra. Life becomes a tremendous celebration. Hari Om Tat Sat.